After Sadim left for his appointment and some 4 hours into their braiding, Agatha suggested they break for lunch. Agatha usually served chicken stew or peanut soup, always with rice, and today was no exception. Agatha scooped up 2 bowlfuls, served in red clay ceramic bowls, of the aromatically delightful chicken stew over rice. The lunch break somehow made the next 5 hours all the more tolerable, taking very few breaks but making sure to have a good stretch every other hour or so. Jasmine got through it, as did Agatha. After taking a final stretch, Jasmine phoned Sadim's handy number to tell him he could come and pick her up. 20 minutes later, with the braiding all finished, Jasmine and Agatha were chatting about Agatha's schoolwork and her intentions of returning to the Ivory Coast when her schooling in Deutschland was completed. Oh, Agatha, shoot, that means you'll be leaving me next year, Jasmine protested, then pouted like a child. Jasmine, I must do this, Agatha said through her laughter. For 2 reasons. The number one reason for me is that my people and my country need me. The other reason is that in Deutschland, after I receive my certificate from the school, I must leave their country. They don't want the African to stay here, only to learn. Then we must go back. It's the German mindset, the blatant lack of respect for any people that are not German, Jasmine protested. Someone buzzed Agatha's intercom right when Jasmine was about to get started. Agatha excused herself and got up to answer the intercom panel next to the door. It was Sadim, and Agatha buzzed him in. When he entered and saw Jasmine's new hair up close, he winced and put his fingertips close to but didn't touch Jasmine's hairline. He noticed how the braids pulled the skin tightly there. Just don't touch my head for a few days and everything will be fine, okay? Jasmine warned, trying not to laugh and stretch her skin even more. You are fine? Sadim asked, seriously concerned, not taking his eyes off her hairline for a minute. I'm fine, babe. It will look better in a few days. Right now, it looks like I had my head shaved and you glued each tiny little braid on my head. Jasmine soothed Sadim and joked with Agatha. Jasmine had paid the usual 250 marks plus her usual 50-mark tip to Agatha soon after she had completed her work. Jasmine remembered the special belated birthday gift she'd bought and had gift wrapped on her visit to London. Jasmine brought the package out of her purse as all three stood up and headed toward the front door. She pulled on her jacket as Agatha opened the small jewelry case and giggled as she quickly pulled out the small green foil wrapped box and gingerly removed its gold ribbon. She unwrapped the jewelry case and opened it, revealing the pair of diamond stud earrings inside. Oh, woo, Jasmine! They are beautiful. Such an expensive present for me, Agatha said, looking up into Jasmine's face, confused. Why not? You are one of the most beautiful people that I know. You deserve only beautiful things, Jasmine said from the heart. Sadim told Agatha happy birthday in Deutsch and kissed her cheek. Danke, Jasmine, thank you very much, Agatha said with a tear forming and rimming one eye. No, thank you, Agatha, for being someone I can call a friend in Germany. And happy belated birthday. I wish you all the best for this and every year, Jasmine said, feeling so melodramatic all of a sudden. I know I'll be talking with you before I have to get my hair done, but you take care of yourself, lady, Jasmine said, after the two women, then Saddam kissed both cheeks. Then Saddam and Jasmine were alone in the hall of the apartment building. That was beautiful. What you do now? Sadim said, turning to Jasmine with a serious expression. But Jasmine could give him a response. Before she could even give him a response, he bounded down the staircase, taking the stairs 2 or 3 at a time. Jasmine wasn't too familiar with the practice of gift giving in the past, outside of her immediate family circle, that is. She had never really had much a giver. She was never really much of a giver and never anticipated gifts. And now that she could very well afford it, she found it to be a most uplifting experience. Not that she was quite yet reaping millions, but hundreds of thousands were anticipated in her bank account in maybe 4 months or so, and she was granted an advance of 50,000 marks from the bank based on her new successful reputation. Jasmine sat in the passenger seat, and after placing her seatbelt on, she immediately got out her makeup bag and began fumbling for her lipstick brush and lipstick in the unzippered cloth bag. Saddam quickly hurried around to the driver's side and sat behind the wheel. After a few seconds of applying the red lipstick and the gold lip brush with the gold lip brush, Jasmine wondered why Sadim hadn't started the car and turned to find him gazing at her with a big smile on his face. "I love to look you do that," Saddam said, then turned back around to driving position, started the engine of the Porsche, and drove off towards Jasmine's apartment. Jasmine was glad to finally be heading home. Near, After nearly a full week away from the apartment, she planned to get some serious rest and wanted to get her hair done even before she went home from her trip to London, but not wanting to have too many reasons to have to leave the apartment. When Saddam pulled up in front of the apartment building, Jasmine realized she'd dozed off for a minute. He quickly got out of the car and lifted up his seat to retrieve Jasmine's suitcase and tote bag out of the back. "I come up for a short time, but I have a Termin Morgan at 10 and I didn't stay," Saddam explained as he negotiated the suitcase and note in each hand and then hurried over to open Jasmine's door. "Okay, Mr. Manager, sir," Jasmine said with a laugh in her voice as the two headed inside for the awaiting elevator. The two were laughing and talking when the creaking elevator stopped at the second floor and they stepped out and into the hall. Jasmine had had the building to herself since Twyla left for America, and the young yuppie couple finally moved out. Jasmine had been the only occupant of the building for over a month. Other than Frau Bruck, who'd had the last week off, no one had access to the building. Saddam paused mid-step and followed Jasmine's surprised face when she saw the door to her apartment standing slightly ajar. Jasmine's first thought was that Twyla was home and unexpectedly was just about to take a step through the threshold when Saddam firmly yanked her by her arm and put an index finger to her lips. When she tried to struggle and protest, he gestured that she wait outside as he stooped down a little and entered the dark apartment cautiously.